and welcome to this week's Pulse Maharashtra with me, Vinaya Deshpande. Now, this week, Maharashtra celebrated its Foundation Day on the 1st of May. On this 65th Foundation Day, the state celebrated with much vibrance its existence for 65 years, the state which was formed on linguistic basis. But people say they are still not happy and they feel sidelined in a state which was founded for the people of Maharashtra and for the Marathi speaking population. We will delve deeper into this story, but before that, let's take a look at the top headlines of this week. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Mumbai this week to inaugurate WAVES, which was a summit which brought together top voices of media and entertainment from over 90 countries. Deven Bharti took charge as the new Mumbai Police Commissioner this week. Maharashtra government released its first report of 100 days performance of the top ministries amid the opposition's criticism that there was favoritism that was being played and the key issues of the state were neglected. The NCW summoned the CEO of Ullu app over a controversial show named House Arrest hosted by Ijaz Khan. Now, moving on from these top stories, let us take a look at what is it that Pulse Maharashtra will take a look at.
Last month, the Maharashtra government made Hindi mandatory as the third language in primary schools across the state. There was a quick rollback after retaliation by the pressure groups and regional political parties.
I have with me Lakshmikant Deshmukh, who's the chairperson of Maharashtra government appointed language consultation committee.
When I heard the news about imposing third language from primary first standard, it was a shock for me. There was no public demand. When the state SCRT of Maharashtra government published the state curriculum framework last year, inviting the suggestion and objection from the public. In that document, there was no mention of third language to be introduced from the first standard.
After the government has rolled back its decision, it has said that it will not make this mandatory now. How does this battle pan out ahead? Because at that time when the government made it mandatory, you shot off a letter, you took a stance, you went against the government, and you said that this is against the NEP. This is not something that the government is supposed to do. The government rolled back. What ahead?
There is no rolling back from government Maharashtra. Only they said that they will not impose, will not make compulsory Hindi, but third language will remain. We can offer other options of other Indian languages. So basically, our fight is against the introduction of third language. They have initially said that we can introduce Hindi as a third language, and they issued the government resolution, government order. So our basic fight is against third language.
A few days before that, a string of videos went viral where locals said people refused to speak in Marathi or insulted the Marathis. Recently, a children's play Ajibai Zorat explored the complex idea of linguistic identity, trying to make learning Marathi fun for the children. How can the younger generation be drawn to their mother tongue?
Regarding this play, this idea came to my mind when I got to know two kind of news. One was the absence and lack of Marathi schools in our own Marathi vicinities, and second, the increasing rate of screen addiction in the younger generation. And also, there is a very important conversation that there are so many bullies of Marathi language. There are people who talk in their own rural accent and which have always been taunted for that. I always wanted to change that narrative through the play, because every language, every bully has its beauty, and the newer generation, even the older generation, should understand that no language is pure or no language is impure. It is just the matter of perspective. The second thought behind is what we have always thought of Marathi language as a burden. People who don't talk in Marathi, they always feel that Marathi people, either they are too proud about their language or many times they create a nuisance about it. But I always felt that pressurizing outsiders about Marathi, rather than we should encourage insiders about Marathi. It's very important that the language should bloom within us. and it should create an impact in our minds. It should make us believe that it's a beautiful language, it's a legacy that we have to cherish. And then slowly, through the medium of love, we would also encourage the outsiders to see Marathi content.
Amid this tussle over language, we look at various stakeholders and what they feel.
So language never dies. It's far bigger than you or me or the politicians who are trying to take it lightly. But I would at the same time would say that Marathi manus or Maharashtrians, they are very accommodative. We let everybody come. We encourage them to be here, and it's a good thing. I mean, that is the one of the biggest strengths of us.
When you say that, we have seen over the last few weeks there has been a tussle in Maharashtra. We have seen that MNS hit the streets and said that people will have to speak in Marathi, otherwise there will be retaliation. The fact that there comes a point in a society where there is hooliganism on the name of language, but at the same time there are grievances among people that they feel that the language is ignored, that the local culture is ignored, willfully or otherwise. Do you have any sentiments about that?
Of course, I do not ever favor or support any type of violence. But you tell me, is there any big politician or somebody who is in the, who is in power or who has, or us as, normal Maharashtrians, do we come together? Do I go to my children, my kids' school or, somewhere? Do I participate? Do I, tell everybody that I will start my conversation in Marathi? So what I would, to answer your question, definitely there shouldn't be any violence. But parties like Shiv Sena and MNS, if they are supporting this cause, why do you think that the state government, which had announced compulsory Hindi from primary section, has backed off and said that we will also give importance to Marathi, and it is not going anywhere? Why do they feel the need to comfort us today? Because there have been pressure groups. So unless the common citizens don't come forward to form those pressure groups, I don't think we have anybody to look up to.
Have you felt a sense of intimidation ever because of the language or because of communities coming together? Is there a sense that the Marathi Manus is intimidated?
Definitely,
in Mumbai?
definitely, Marathi Manus is intimidated, and because Marathi Manus is, as I told you earlier, that we accept everybody around us. That's why we are told that you have less money, you have less power. That's why, see, a language is not, you can't separate language from a community. So do we define ourselves with Marathi? Yes, but along with Marathi, all those parameters of being a Marathi are, there is a huge threat to our existence. Any real estate developer, if you go to the site, because they are not Marathi, they will have their own rules about the way we eat. So if Swati will have some different diet, or I may eat something else, but we stay together in the same building because both of us are bound by this language with this community. But do you think I cannot even think of moving to a maybe a Jain area? Mulund
Will you be given a house in the first place? Even if you want to, will you get a house? Does it begin from there? Because we have, in the past few weeks or even before that, we have heard of cases where people have come out and said that they've not been able to get houses.
They are offering houses. Okay, they are telling us that okay, you spend money, you come to our society, you buy a house, but when you come to stay here, who is going to run that society? People who will refuse to accept us, people who will refuse to accept our friends, people who will refuse our way of life.
Or food choices.
Food choices. I think Like if I want my daughter to eat an egg every day in the school canteen, she cannot eat that egg. Not my school, go to any school which is not I would say that which has ICSE syllabuses or IB syllabus, because those schools which charge a little higher fee, they are all dominated by non-Maharashtrians.
I am at Hutatma Chowk, a place which has been built in the memory of the 107 martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the cause of Sanyukta Maharashtra along with Mumbai. Now, in this list of 107 martyrs which has been placed behind me, there aren't just Marathi people. There is a Christian name in it, there is a Mr. Sheth, there are a few other names as well. People who laid down their lives so that Mumbai and Maharashtra could come together and be unified as one state on linguistic basis. But 65 years after the formation of Maharashtra, the linguistic debate has refused to die down.
In the Mumbai metropolitan region, we spoke with the native population to understand their sentiments.
Swati Deshpande, on those lines, if you could talk to us about your experiences, because even when we were talking informally a while ago, you said that there was a way in which there was a slight intimidation, where you felt that there was a way of sidelining, the Marathis around Mumbai and areas. Would you like to narrate any incidents to us?
Yeah, I would like, but can I speak in Marathi?
Of course, please do.
थँक्यू. तर असं लक्षात येतं बरेच वेळा, कुठेही मोठा ग्रुप असेल आपला, जनरली टुरिस्ट स्पॉट जरी महाराष्ट्रातला पकडलास तरी आपण जर मराठीतून बोलत असतो तर बहुतेक तिकडे व्यवसाय करणारे काही वेळेस, म्हणजे सगळीकडे नाही, जनरलाइज नाही आहे, तर तिथे असतात नॉन मराठी, तर मराठीतून बोललं तर लक्ष नाही देत, किंवा जे हिंदीतून किंवा इंग्लिशमधून त्यांच्याकडे काही मागतात ना, पहिले ते त्यांना देतात. हा असा माझा अनुभव पुष्कळ ठिकाणी आला आहे. तर तो आपल्याला बदलायला हवा ना, आपणच मराठीतून मागायला सुरुवात केली जर मराठी असू, आणि नसेल तर थोडं बाकीच्या लोकांनी शिकलं मराठी तर चांगलं होईल असं वाटतं. जसं रिक्षावाल्यांशी मी तर माझ्याकडून प्रयत्न करते की मी मराठीतूनच त्यांना सांगते की मला कुठे जायचं आहे, येणार का. काही असतात ते बोलतात आपल्याशी चांगले मराठीतून, जे मराठी नसतात, पण बोलून तर बघितलं पाहिजे ना आपण. म्हणजे कुठेतरी आपण पण सुरुवात केली पाहिजे. कशाला सारखं सगळ्या राजकीय पक्षांचा आधार घ्यायचा, आपण आपल्याकडून सुद्धा प्रयत्न केले पाहिजेत ना. थोडे थोडे केले तर सपोर्ट मिळेल.
म्हणजे डू यू थिंक दॅट मराठी इज बीइंग साइडलाइन बिकॉज ऑफ विच वी नीड टू टेक दीज एफर्ट्स? इज देअर अ सेंटिमेंट?
या शुअर. म्हणजे वाटतंच आपल्याला की आपण साईडलाईन होतोय, पुष्कळ ठिकाणी होतं. असं माझा अनुभव आहे. मी MA करत होते युनिव्हर्सिटीतून, तेव्हा आमची मीडियम ऑफ लँग्वेज म्हणजे उत्तर लिहिण्याचं जरी इंग्लिश असलं तरी काही वेळेला काही गोष्टी मराठीतून एक्सप्लेन करायच्या, ज्या आपल्याला जास्त कनेक्ट होतात. कारण हे वेदातलं आहे, आपण काही ट्रॅडिशन अजूनही महाराष्ट्रात किंवा देशभर पाळतो, ज्या नकळत असतात. तर ते कुठेतरी आपल्याला समजलं की आपण लगेच आपल्या गोष्टी कनेक्ट करण्यासाठी मराठीतून बोललो. तर काही अमराठी लोक होते, परत आवाज करून नाही नाही आता इंग्लिशमध्येच बोललं पाहिजे तुम्ही, किंवा हे लेक्चर पुढे इंग्लिशमध्येच ठेवा, नाहीतर हिंदी. ज्यांना नसेल समजत इंग्लिश त्यांच्यासाठी हिंदी बोला, आणि असं उपहासाने बोलायचं. तेव्हा खूप वाईट वाटायचं. असं नाही की कळत नाही इंग्लिश, आम्हालाही कळतं, आम्ही त्याच्यातूनच लिहितो, पण ती संवादाची भाषा नाही आहे ना आमची. त्यामुळे मग प्रश्न व्हायचा, म्हणजे कनेक्ट होत नाही असं वाटायचं आम्हाला. म्हणजे मी तरी माझ्याकडून खूप प्रयत्न केला, आणि बऱ्याच वेळा आमचे टीचरसुद्धा कोऑपरेटिव्ह होतेच, म्हणजे ते सांगायचे सुद्धा मराठीतून.
But the debate around languages continues as Maharashtra government continues to go ahead with the three language policy, much against the national education policy, say experts.
So, the biggest question is with respect to pedagogy, and that is where the Language Consultation Committee, under your chairpersonship, has taken an objection. The other point is the fact
Yeah.
that, we talked to several people in Mumbai, in Maharashtra. In Mumbai as well, there has been a sentiment that the Marathi Manus is being sidelined, that Marathi culture is being sidelined, that Marathi language is being sidelined, at a time when the center says that classical language status has been given to Marathi language. Do you see this as a concern? Do you share this concern that some people have expressed that the native language itself is being sidelined by people who come from outside.
We are saying it practically every day. Uh, there is a really great threat from the Hindi culture and Hindi language across the Maharashtra, especially metro cities like Mumbai, Pune, Nashik. All I can say the Pune, Nashik. These are two cities which are Marathi dominant cities. But now the language of communication in the practical communication, practical things, it becomes practically Hindi. So Hindi people are coming here. They don't want to learn Hindi, and they try to impose their own culture. And being tolerant Marathi people, they are accepting it mimically because there is a pressure from central government. I suppose I don't know why they take this decision. When there is no need to impose third language and basically Hindi language in Maharashtra, they have taken. So the domination of Hindi and the subjugation of Marathi language and culture. The threat is very real because when Maharashtra was formed with lot of fight in saying the Maharashtra movement, we have Marathi more than 100 people give their life. They become martyr for Marathi language. So we fought to get our own state, which is Marathi dominant. And Marathi is our state language, mother language. So, imposition of any other language, be Hindi or any other language, is unnecessary. It hurt the sentiments of the Marathi people.
So then, what is ahead now? What lies ahead for you as the chairperson of the Language Consultation Committee? Do we say that the battle is over, or do we
Our
say
fight
that
will
the battle is
continue.
far from over? One last question: has the chief minister responded? And if the chief minister doesn't respond, what will be your next step of action?
Not yet. There is no communication from government of Maharashtra because I have sent a letter to CM through email and his principal secretary, who look after all these things. I have also sent him those letters and request him that please bring to notice of Honorable Chief Minister and tell us what he intend to do. Uh, if government don't listen and don't listen to us, there are large scale awareness now I have seen among the Marathi people. For example, Marathwada Sahitya Parishad, which is also a literary organization since last 50, 60 years. They adopted a resolution last week, only 3, 4 days back, and they criticized government of Maharashtra for imposing Hindi. And they also said in their resolution that if the government don't hit to their advice or their demand, they will start agitation.
As you have seen, we have spoken to Mumbaikars, tried and understand what their sentiments are when it comes to Marathi language, the pride around their language, what they feel about the overall progress of the languages. We have seen how theater writers are also trying to further the cause of imbibing the love for language among Marathi population, particularly among Marathi children. And now you've heard from Lakshmikant Deshmukh about how he is going to continue this battle in order to safeguard the future of children of Maharashtra, particularly those who are studying in the primary sections. And he claims that the decision taken by the Maharashtra government is not just in contravention to the national education policy, but also will hamper the overall quality of education. And when Mr. Lakshmikant Deshmukh speaks of an agitation, requests the government to hold discussion with the expert panels in order to make sure that the future of our children is safe, this is a battle which seems to be long away from over. On that note, viewers, thank you for watching Pulse Maharashtra with me, Vinaya Deshpande.